So we are now moving on to the penultimate step, step 8, writing your conclusion. Now, when you write your conclusion, reread your whole essay first. This is paramount. Why is it paramount? Because you may have changed things since your Peel plan. So, for example, my Peel plan, in the third part, it simply said that I was going to focus on individual panels, but I ended up writing about the absence of grammar and such things. So I'm going to include that in my conclusion. So always reread your whole essay first, make sure it makes sense as a whole, then write your conclusion. Now, you need to reformulate your thesis statement, write it in a different way. If you find this difficult, just put it the way it originally was, but varying your thesis statement throughout means that your writing is of better quality, it flows better, you have more elements of style, which means you'll have a better language grade. It's very important that you show that you have proved your thesis, and you should summarize how you have proved your thesis. So restate your plan and give a sense of closure to your essay. It has to be clear that your essay has ended. So once again, I have copy-pasted the elements from my Peel plan to keep me on track. So the thesis is going to have to be rephrased. I've rephrased it here, but it's a little bit clumsy. I've done it better in my conclusion. Then remember, you don't have to stick to exactly what you've said in your Peel plan. If you think that the Peel plan was phrased badly, you can rephrase it. Then, of course, the summary. Part 1, colors reinforce the message of the text. Part 2, characters' facial expressions and body language. And Part 3, individual panels, individual messages. But I have also, as I was writing my essay, added elements of grammar to that one specifically. So I will talk about that. And the wise thought at the end, it doesn't have to be an actual literal wise thought. The easiest thing is to just say that the goal of the text has been achieved, for example. So, here is my conclusion. Through a combination of both text and image, Gale Galligan has succeeded in creating a reassuring and encouraging text for her readers. Not only do colours reinforce the themes of the comic strip, the facial expressions and body language of the somewhat amorphous characters also serve to emphasize the textual content. The combination of these elements, along with the omission of capital letters and complete sentences, creates impactful individual panels. These panels all work together to serve the author's ultimate purpose, to give her audience hope. So, as you can see, conclusions do not have to be very long. However, they should be more than one sentence. Now, I've rephrased my thesis here, and I've name-dropped the author. It's always good to reassert that you know who the author is and what the entire text is about. Then I have my points. So point 1, not only do colors reinforce the themes of the comic strip. Point 2, the facial expressions and body language of somewhat amorphous characters also serve to emphasize the textual content. And point 3, the combination of these elements, along with the omission of capital letters and complete sentences, create impactful individual panels. So I've set out my points just like I did in my essay, and just like in the conclusion, I have not used self-explanatory phrases. I've tried to write something that flows. I have not written in this essay I started with. I just created sentences that fit together. Then, very importantly, my wise thought combined all of these into one thing. These panels all work together to serve the author's ultimate purpose, to give her audience hope. So this isn't a particularly wise thing to say, it's kind of self-evident. This is what I've been saying throughout the whole essay, but it ties everything neatly together with a little bow. So, we have finished writing our essay. We're done, right? No, we are not. There is still one more thing to do, and it is the dreaded proofreading. And that will be the topic of our next video.